Okay, that's a teeny tiny bit off center. Just gonna do that. Epic. The natural light. We are blessed. Good morning, Wabash. It is Wally Wednesday again. It's not the morning and it's not Wednesday, but by the time you see this, it might be. Today we're here with fellow senior and our neighbor over at the FIJI house, Chris Biehl.
Hi, I'm Chris Biehl. How are you doing?
Hey. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Chris Biehl.
I'm a senior. I'm a political science major, history minor. I live at the FIJI house, just a stone's throw that way, as Bodie said. Next year I'll be going to law school. I like long walks on the beach and just kind of hanging out.
There you go.
Being outside.
Where are you going to school?
Going to IU McKinney, downtown Indianapolis. So
Nice.
pretty excited about that.
Having a plan is a luxury
Absolutely.
I do not have yet.
Oh, you're gonna get there.
We'll see. I was trying to think of what the shtick for this video was going to be, and we were going to play Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, I like that. That was creative.
But I didn't know what to do with it, so that's going to be an idea for another time.
Look out for that.
So instead of doing that, I have compiled a list of questions from an account called First Date Questions on Twitter.
Perfect.
I snagged some of my favorites. You can give them a shot.
Oh,
What's like your ideal scratch and sniff sticker?
Peanut butter banana, like peanut butter and banana together. It sounds weird, but if you drink a peanut butter banana shake, when you smell it, you'll be like, that's it. I agree with Chris Biehl.
Okay, I'm gonna take your word for it.
Okay.
Who would you let punch you directly in the face?
I'd let my pledge brother Brandon to finger punch me in the face because I can't explain the story. It's a secret, but I punched him in the face sophomore year. He owes me one.
That's
Yes,
fair.
he
That's
owes me
equity. And that's what we're about here in America. First date question. If you were a beaver, whose house would you just chew the apart?
I would choose to chew the out of Kim and Kanye's house. I mean,
yes!
I don't want to add to his debt though. That's a lot of debt. I don't know. He couldn't handle it. But if I had to choose, their house would taste good. I think if I was a beaver,
You could feed a whole village of busy beavers. She says. Kind of along those same lines. First date question. Do you think of yourself as more of a temperate woodland squirrel or a bushy mountain squirrel?
so at first you had me at the first one, but then you said bushy mountain squirrel.
Yes.
So I'm gonna have to go with the bushy mountain squirrel because I like the mountains and I used to have a really big beard. I'm trying to grow it back, but
Right, because it's so like thin
This is
now.
like-
Okay, so like an actual real Wabashy question. As a second semester senior, what will you miss about Wabash?
honestly, I think what I'm gonna miss about Wabash is the informal intellectual question or conversations that I have here. Countless times after a class, I will walk back with people on this side of campus.
Yeah.
From a Dr. Blix's class, for example, and just carry on the conversation. That academic interest is carried on just for leisure as well. I might not see that at a state school.
Oh, for sure. We are a refined,
Which is fine. I would
refined
agree
bunch.
with that.
What won't you miss about Wabash?
Ooh, I think what I'm not gonna miss is a lot of the bureaucratic bullshit, for lack of a better, I don't know a better word, not to be rude. I heard about the new surveys. You have to get all this permission to send out a survey. So things like that. The reason I went here is because how simple it seems. There's
Right.
one rule. I mean, it's a blanket of a rule that covers a lot of things, but I came here for the brick buildings and the old, simple feel. But I would go here again. I love this place.
That's
I do love this
question I
place,
always
but
ask.
it's the people, it's not the institutions that I love. It's Wabash, the type of people Wabash creates. 82 days? Something, it's in the 80s.
Something like that. I don't even want to think about that. If you walk across campus alone at night, it'll get you.
Every time I see the bench at nighttime, I just want to go crawl under it and
It's just
sleep.
just cry.
Sad.
So I'm gonna hand you pour water on everything first. It's the shameless plug.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Hey!
It's a literal plug.
It's a literal plug. Students for Education Reform. Boom.
So Students for Education Reform is essentially the idea that you want to think about education in your state, and it's just any way that you can change that for the better. It doesn't have to be like a partisan issue to where usually education is kind of a liberal idea when you want to change it, but it doesn't have to, it's just any change at all. So what we talk about is just ways to improve, whether it's standardized testing or teachers. For example, something we talked about last year was how ISTEP is. ISTEP talks a lot about farms and bushels of corn or Red Barns, and like if I'm from the inner city and I've never seen these things, how can I fathom what that is, let alone score well in the high step? And that's something you might not think of if we don't internalize and think about these things and theorize how to improve them.
You actually get an additional
okay,
plug.
I was hoping this was...
It's like a calmer plug.
Another shameless plug. Hashtag Beals Deals. Do you want a real Beal deal? Then come to Beals Deals. So basically, as a second semester senior, I have a lot of time on my hands. You can only nap and watch Netflix so much. So I woke up one day and I was thinking, you know what? I like money. I really like money. I really want to save money to go to law school, not be broken in debt. So I'm gonna make a classifieds ad. I'm gonna call it Beals Deals. If you have computer problems, yard work, carry groceries, tutoring children, anything that can just be explained to me, I can do it. But yesterday I cleaned out Professor Rosenberg's gutters. He said that he would recommend me.
Hell yeah.
You got the Rosenberg guarantee. And then on Wednesday, I'm helping Dr. Biehl and Hollander with a light project in their basement, and I'm excited.
I'm gonna put a box here with your email.
Put a little,
it'll be great. Hashtag Beals Deals. You got a double whammy plug.
I'm out of room in my outlet.
I was gonna say, we are at full wattage here. Okay. Flash haiku, Donald Trump.
Oh boy, Donald Trump. I really hate you. Please go yourself.
Oh my.
That's just off the dome. That was a little radical, but he says it how it is though.
He says it how it is.
He's gonna get in there and shake him up.
What is next for Christopher Ray Biehl?
More specifically this summer coming up, I kind of want to travel around the country a little bit. I want to go hiking in different places. I guess what's next is just like self-improvement or self-exploration. Improving personally, I think I want to find myself this summer, and then going into law school with just like ultimate motivation and a really good plan.
We just got our comp scores though, and we both passed. This is good stuff.
You don't have to worry about it anymore.
So
comps are as bad as you think they are. The most unfun thing that I would not want to do again.
Yeah, there you go. Especially if you have surgery in the middle.
Bodie, can I ask you 2 questions?
Yes. The tables have turned.
Get to know in a duel with another person, a 1-versus-1 duel, and you don't know, it could be a soldier, it could be a child, it could just be someone random. You get to pick the weapon that both of you have. You have the same weapon.
Okay.
I would choose a clone of myself.
As a weapon?
Me and the other 2 clones would kill the other person. 3 versus 1.
Shit. There are so many questions that come from that answer. I was thinking like a Nerf gun, but then you said they actually have to die. At that point, I don't know, I'd probably just choose like a freaking pickaxe or something. I don't know, something that's gonna get the, efficiency is what we want here.
It's not a gun though. That's not.
I'm anti-gun. Okay.
Would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or 1 horse-sized duck?
Can you imagine how scary a horse-sized duck would be? Duck-sized horses, I mean, you could just kick the shit out of them. I don't know. That seems like the obvious choice.
I think kicking little horses would be.
Those are great first date questions, actually.
I feel closer, so second date sometime?
Hey, always. That's it for Wally Wednesday this week. He has a Twitter.
I do. It's at Shaquille O'Beal. I tweet about funny things. A little political, not too bad.
Not too bad.
My cat. I have a cat named Pablo.
If you like videos, subscribe to my channel. I'm also on Twitter and Instagram at NoHateDate. All one word. I don't know how I got that lucky, how no one had that before. Share, like, subscribe, comment if you think it's terrible.
We want to know.
Tell me why. And as always, Wabash.
Everybody.
Love.
Everybody.